Bro, I just got back from perhaps the most boring road trip of my entire life. Let me tell you about it. Okay, so I feel like when I tell people that I'm from Montana, they go, oh my god, that's so cool. It's such a beautiful place. Like, you must have loved growing up there. And to be honest, I have been tired of Montana for a long ass time, basically since I got here. Like, yeah, it was nice to live in an area where I wasn't going to school with like 1,000 other people, and like my teachers actually remembered my name and like still remember my name, that sort of thing. Like, yeah, I guess I'm kind of glad that I grew up here, but also on the other hand, I don't know, it might have been nice to live somewhere with stuff growing up. Like, being able to join a club of some sort would have been really cool growing up, I bet. I don't know. But anyway, even I still have like this little, can you stop right now? Ow. Even I still have this kind of preconceived notion that like other cities in Montana must be fun, right? Like, I just live in the worst one. No, unfortunately, that is also incorrect. I think I'm just over Montana. I think Montana is not the place for me and people like me. So let me explain. So this last weekend, I had to travel from my hometown, Kalispell, to Billings, Montana, which is all the way across the state. So I am on the northwest side and Billings is on the east side, very far east side of Montana. And people forget, Montana is a fucking big place. It is a big, gigantic state. It's like number 3 or 4 out of all of them. So like, it was a long drive. I think the whole state is like 11 hours across, and we did about a 7.5 hour road trip. In one day, by the way. That's pretty normal for us. We do that all the time. Like, I love driving to Portland or Seattle. We have a Seattle trip planned in December. You know, like, it's just Montana. That's what we do. So we had a wedding in Billings. Not super excited to go to because we just had our own wedding, which was awesome. And this wedding just did not sound like our vibe, which it wasn't. Spoiler alert. But also, so the wedding was for my mom's cousin's grandson. So however he is related to me, we're like 4th cousins, maybe? Something like that. I don't know. 4th cousins once removed. I really don't know, dude. So I mean, I grew up with him. We're around the same age. I haven't seen him since we were like 10, so been a minute. But I invited his mom to my wedding. I love his mom. Yeah, so she invited me and my husband and my sister and my dad to his wedding, which my dad didn't come, but the rest of us went. Anyway, so our plan for the weekend was to leave on Friday in the morning, stop in Bozeman along the way, because that's kind of like the biggest city in between, and then we'd like get dinner there, hang out, because I went to school there, so I'm kind of familiar with the area, and I was like, oh, we can come up with things to do in Bozeman. Bozeman's cool. And then later in the evening we would drive to Billings, hang out, and then the next day go to the wedding, and then the day after that just like hang out, have a fun day doing whatever there is to do in Billings, and then on Monday drive home. Right. Well, that didn't happen. That did not happen that way. On Friday, I did not feel like leaving that early. We left around 9 o'clock in the morning. So we're getting ready to leave on our 8-hour road trip to Billings for a family wedding. Have absolutely nothing else to do in Billings or anything over there, but we're gonna figure it out. We got a long weekend over there. Wow, you can't see anything because of the sun. Yeah, we're just walking Freya one more time before we go. It's been a pain in the butt morning because there's no water at the house, so that's been fun. I feel gross. I did not get to wash my face or brush my teeth, so I guess that'll have to wait until Bozeman or Billings. Maybe Missoula if I find a nice bathroom. I doubt it though. So yeah, that's the general plan right now. Ooh. It's smoky and gross out here in Lakeside. It's already really hot. It's somehow supposed to be like 112 in Billings. Well, it was the other day. I think now it's in the 90s, but still insufferable. Oh, it's like 72 right now for 9 in the morning. Does not feel great. I brought all of my shortest shorts and tankest tank tops for this journey, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, gonna start the drive any minute. So like I said, there's kind of this idea in my head, and I'm sure a few other people's head living in Kalispell, like, that there's gotta be better stuff out there, right? That, like, Bozeman's cooler than Kalispell, Missoula's cooler than Kalispell, Billings is cooler than Kalispell, because they're all bigger cities, technically. Kalispell is growing, but, like, unless you're going to Glacier National Park, there's really not a lot to do here. If you're a super outdoorsy person and you want to go, like, to the rodeo, God, what else is there? Fishing, hunting, that sort of thing. If that's your thing, you might love Kalispell. But when it comes to like restaurants, activities, indoors, shopping, yeah, that's pretty much non-existent. Like, so, you know, whenever we're really bored and we need something kind of fresh and new to do, we go to Missoula, which is a 2-hour drive away, and just hang out in Missoula to get like something different for lunch, to do a little different shopping. They actually have a mall and not just something pretending to be a mall, so it feels like the big city, you know? So we had the impression that Bozeman and Billings were going to be like that also. So on this trip, we hit every major city in Montana. So it goes Kalispell, Missoula, Butte, Bozeman, then Billings. Okay, so first stop was Missoula. Like I said, it's about 2 hours away. Going, driving to Billings. There's Siobhan back here. Hi, Siobhan. Hi. Okay, here we go. Starting at 9. Let's see what time we get there. Missoula is known for its fly fishing, I guess. I tried looking up what each of these cities is known for. That's the main thing about Missoula. They have a university there. It's a little more like, you know, college town. I want to say it's a little more liberal than other cities in Montana, but liberal is too strong of a word. So it's mostly known for the movie, oh, what's that movie called? A River Runs Through It, that one with Brad Pitt that like every 8th grade English teacher is obsessed with. At least mine was. So I mean, that's cool, I guess, if you're into that sort of thing. Personally, I'm not. I just think of Missoula as the slightly bigger, slightly less racist version of Kalispell. Yeah, like I said, they have a mall and they have some good pizza. That's about all I can say for Missoula right now. So we stopped in Missoula, we got some pizza, because good pizza, and that was about it. There was nothing else to do. We're getting really tired of Missoula because there's no new shopping, there's no new food. It's been pretty much the same for the last 10 fucking years, dude. Like, there's nothing new to report. Unless you're going there for a special event, there's no real reason to go to Missoula anymore. I don't know what else to say about it. About 2 hours after Missoula is Butte. Butte has a big hole in it. That's what it's known for. Butte is known for its big ass hole. A bunch of people dug a hole in the 1800s and yep, that's still there, and they built a town around it. Alright. We didn't do anything in Butte, we got gas. Next stop was Bozeman, another hour and a half after Butte. So at this point we have been driving for about 5.5 hours. Bozeman is known as the gateway to Yellowstone. If you're not going to Yellowstone, there's not much else going on in Bozeman. In the winter, there's lots of skiing. That's kind of cool. You can go to school there, obviously. I did. Other than that, not a whole lot going on in Bozeman either, except for it's fucking expensive for no reason. On this trip, we did not have time for the national parks. Glacier, we've been to all the time, and we started there, so not going to Glacier. Yellowstone, did not have time to go all the way out to Yellowstone, and also, it was so fucking hot the entire time. If you've ever met someone from Montana, you know we just hate the fucking heat, dude. We can't stand it. I would say I am comfortable from like 40 degrees up until 90 degrees is my max. I cannot do it. I hate it. I cannot be in the sun that long. Like 85 honestly is pushing it, and the entire trip it was, once we got to Bozeman, it was about 100 degrees the entire time. It was awful. Like, I went to Texas in August last year and it was not that hot. What the fuck? And they want to put a fucking data center out there. You know, it used to snow here in the summer, like up until June. Like, I remember when I first moved here, it snowed in June and I was like, that's fucking crazy, dude. Yeah, I guess we can say goodbye to that. So yeah, we didn't want to do a whole lot outside. It was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon when we got to Bozeman. So we walked around the downtown area, which had changed a lot from the last time I had been there. A lot of my favorite shops and coffee shops and restaurants were closed or had moved. so we weren't able to go to any of my old favorites, which was weird. And then a lot of the shops were just fucking touristy. Like, they were clearly for people who are out of town, have a lot of money to burn on just kitschy cowboy shit. Like, we saw a custom cowboy hat store. Not super fun as someone from Montana, not for us, I guess. So I got some boba tea while we were walking around. It was supposed to be a Thai tea. It definitely was not. It just tasted like black licorice. Gross. So I didn't finish that. And after walking around and being bored for like 45 minutes, we were like, well, should we just go to Billings now? Well, we're in Bozeman. We were gonna stay and hang out and have dinner here, but we're bored already. So instead, we're gonna drive to Billings, the final stretch. It's gonna be like 2 more hours, I guess. But we'll drive fast, it'll be okay. Maybe an hour and 45, I don't know. We can do it. But yeah, so we took a walk, and now we're on the road again. On the road again. So rather than kill 2 hours and then have dinner in Bozeman, we decided to just drive to Billings the next, it was like an hour and a half, I want to say. Maybe 2 hours, I don't know. Time is an illusion, and I have no idea where or when I am. So yeah, we got to Billings around 5 o'clock. The big city, man. Billings is known as the biggest city in Montana. It is twice the size of the next largest city with 100,000 people. Yeah. The big city. It's not exaggerating to say there was absolutely fucking nothing to do there. We got dinner at a hibachi restaurant because that's my favorite. If there's a hibachi restaurant anywhere, I'm going to it. Unfortunately, I found this out after the fact. Unfortunately, a lot of the buildings in Billings, they don't have air conditioning because they were built like a long ass time ago. And a lot of them just haven't been rebuilt or remodeled in a long ass time, like since the 80s. And if your building was built basically prior to 2010, it wasn't built with air conditioning. So a lot of buildings are just now in Montana getting air conditioning, which I know sounds crazy, but it's true. Like, we didn't get air conditioning in this house until like I was 10, I think, somewhere around there. And my like elementary school growing up did not have air conditioning. My middle school did not have air conditioning. Like, a lot of places just don't have air conditioning. They have like fans and that's it. So this restaurant that we decided to go to, it did not have air conditioning. And if you know hibachi, it's the one where they grill the food right in front of you. There's a big grill in the center of the table and they cook Japanese food. Yeah, so those grills are fucking hot, and there were like 12 of them in that building, and so there was all that heat and no air conditioning, and it was fucking 104 degrees. Fucking fantastic. We were sweating. It was good food, but we were fucking sweating. After that, we were like, what the fuck do we do? I found an indoor golf course thing, like little putt-putt arcade thing. There was absolutely no one there. It was run by 2 like 13-year-olds, I don't know, and everything, all of the decor there, it was like nautical pirate themed. It was all like AI generated, like Facebook meme shit. I have no idea where they got this. It was hilarious. So we were just kind of like buzzed from dinner playing mini golf at this shitty putt-putt place, which also did not have air conditioning. Whoops. Where'd it go? I think that's the end. After that, we went to our Airbnb, which also did not have air conditioning at first. They had one of those stupid Nest air conditioning things, which I hate. They never fucking work correctly. So I had to like reboot it for them and fix it because I knew they weren't going to fucking do anything about it. And luckily, I got it to work eventually. But like that whole day, they had left the thermostat at 80 degrees. Holy fucking shit, dude. Like, no. I am not about Like, I know so many people want their house to be like 75 or whatever. No, like it has to be 70 or lower. Like at the very least, I think it's like 68 in the house right now. That's great. So yeah, that was a super uncomfortable first night because it just would not decrease the temperature in the house until like a certain point of day because of the stupid controls the Airbnb people put on it. I don't know. But yeah, it was a hot, sweaty night. It was gross. And then the next day was the wedding day. The wedding wasn't until 4, but it was in the middle of nowhere, Columbus, which is like 45 minutes back west from Billings. The wedding had booked a block of rooms in the only hotel in Columbus where the wedding was. The only hotel in Columbus is a Super 8. So we didn't stay there. We stayed in Billings instead. So the wedding started at 4. We did not need to be there until at least 3. So we were like, all right, what do we do? We got some coffee. It was fine. It was a cute little shop. We walked around town for a little bit until it got too hot. And then we were like, well, what else do we do? And the only thing to do besides go to Yellowstone or one of the other lake outdoor recreation areas was the zoo. So we went to the Billings Zoo, which was really depressing because all the animals were super hot and didn't want to be there. Luckily the zoo was closing early that day because it was so hot. So hopefully the animals have like this indoor enclosure where it's nice and cool for them because holy fucking shit balls, dude, it was way too hot out. We were there at like 10 in the morning and it was already 90 degrees. It was ridiculous. But yeah, we saw some cool animals. We saw some eagles, we saw a tiger, we saw some bears. They were all pretty like lethargic, tired, except for the bears were having a good time. Llamas, a buffalo, some red pandas, some cool stuff. Not as much as you'd see at your typical zoo, but this is all like, for the most part, animals that were found or injured in Montana that they're like taking care of because they can't be out in the wild. So we did that. We got ready for the wedding. We drove the 45 minutes to the middle of nowhere. On our way to the wedding. Oh, I can't see now. How hot is it? 102 for an outdoor wedding. Turned out the wedding was at some Airbnb in the middle of nowhere. Oh, are we having fun yet? Thanks for driving again.
This is a fucking hiking trail masquerading as a road.
Yeah. It was basically just like this big garage on the top of a hill. You're right. Okay, it's a garage.
Just park in the grass.
I guess it says parking. So yeah, we hung out in the garage again, no AC, just a couple of fans. There were like 150, if not more, people there, so it was really fucking hot. Like I said, the wedding was at 4 in the afternoon, so it was really fucking hot. We saw my family for a little bit, but didn't really get to talk to them too much because they were busy and we were fucking hot and didn't want to stand out in the sun. The wedding was outdoors, of course, because fuck me, I guess. It was cute, but I think it was basically just one big prayer session, which I would have preferred to see the couple do their own vows because that's just my style, but whatever. I guess that's what they wanted. Everyone was sweating their asses off, and then they made us like, we were all sitting in these chairs out in the backyard or whatever, and they were like, okay, ceremony's over, so if you would pick up your chairs and take them to the garage, we'll have the reception and dinner and all that. So we all pick up the chairs and we carry them up the hill like a quarter mile back to the garage, so that was fun. Me in my fucking high heels carrying this foldable chair, beer in one hand, you know, kind of like, and I was chugging them because I was bored as shit. And don't tell my cousins, but damn, that was a boring ass wedding. And so we all went to the garage and we found our seats. We just sat down for a bit, and then they weren't doing a cocktail hour, so we were just waiting for them to go take their fucking photos, which usually takes an hour. Like at my wedding it took about an hour, but we had a cocktail hour for everyone to like drink and have some snacks and mingle while we were busy doing that. Also, I don't think it actually took an hour. It was probably like 30 minutes, and then we came out and joined them. But theirs took at least an hour. About 45 minutes in, I'd say, I was like, you know what, I think maybe we should leave. And we were like kind of thinking about seeing what the food situation was, but then we saw the Famous Dave's truck. And if you don't know, Famous Dave's is just like one of those chain barbecue restaurants, like a Dickey's. It's like Applebee's, or I can't even come up with a better comparison, like an IHOP, you know, that level of chain restaurant, but barbecue. That was what was being served for dinner. There's only going to be one option, and it was a pulled pork sandwich. I don't eat pork unless I'm the one cooking it, basically. Or I guess I'll eat pork gyoza. That's about it. I don't eat pork out. I don't. So I was like, alright, fuck it. We're leaving. We did not stay for dinner. I said goodbye to my cousins. I was like, sorry, we're leaving. I hate the heat. I hate the crowds. I hate pork. Bye. And we drove the 45 minutes back to Billings, and we had some dinner at Texas Roadhouse because we had never been there before. After that, what did we do? I think we just went home. Yeah, we went back to the Airbnb. The Wi-Fi didn't work, so that was super cool. We had absolutely nothing to do there, so we just went to bed. And then the next morning I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'll take the L. I already paid for this Airbnb, but whatever, I want to go home. So we checked out the Moss Mansion, which is like the one other thing Billings has to offer. It's like, I don't know, the first person to get rich in Billings built a house. Now it's a landmark. We have one of those in Kalispell too. I think everyone has one in their town in Montana. It's just someone's big ass mansion that you can take a tour of now. We couldn't tour it because they didn't open until 12, and it was like 10, and we didn't want to wait. So we just looked at the outside. It was pretty. Then we got coffee, and then we started driving home. And that's about it. It was a pretty chill drive home. Like I said, there's like nothing in the middle. We didn't stop in Bozeman this time because like, why bother? We got gas in Butte again. And when we had dinner in Missoula. Yeah. And then we got home around 6 in the evening. And I'm so glad that we came home early because wow, I would hate to have to do that fucking 7.5 hour drive and then work the next day. So I'm glad we had a day in the middle and didn't stay until Monday because that would have sucked ass even more. So yeah, unless you have some special reason to be road tripping through Montana, I would not recommend it. Not even to visit both of the parks. Honestly, I would just do one at a time, 2 separate trips, because that whole drive is just so fucking boring, dude. And everyone goes to Glacier and Yellowstone at the same time. It is fucking crowded, and we do not have the like infrastructure to support that many fucking people in our parks. The other day I was working at the coffee shop, and I always ask people, hey, what are you up to today? And asking them on Thursday, they were like, oh yeah, I'm going to Glacier. Like every single person, I'm going to Glacier, I'm going to Glacier. And I was like, holy shit, dude. How many of you are going to Glacier? Like, it's gonna be full. That's gonna suck ass. Also, all the smoke from wherever, California, Oregon, Canada, I don't know, it's all blowing into Montana, so it's gross outside. Like, I had such a fucking headache when I woke up this morning because of all the smoke. So the entire trip has just been so smoky. And it's just that time of year. Like end of July, early August, all the way into September, it's just smoke. It's just heat and smoke. It fucking sucks, dude. Yeah, it's crowded, traffic's bad. It just, yeah, there's nothing to do except for sit outside, and the outside sucks ass. I just like, ugh. Can you tell that I'm over Montana? I'm over Montana. I need to move so bad. Like I said, if you're super into fucking fishing, this might be the place for you, but if you like literally anything else, you're gonna be fucking bored, like me. I'm so bored. But anyway, I just wanted to share that, get it out of my brain, off my chest, out at you guys, because why the fuck not? Yeah, that was my tour of Montana, I guess. Let me know if you've ever been to any of these places and what you thought when you visited. You know my opinion, but I'd love to hear yours. Thank you for being here if you made it this far. I love making videos and I would love to make more, so please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff so that maybe one day I can do this for a living. That'd be super sick. If you didn't like the video, let me know in the comments, but otherwise I will see you in the next one. Bye.